how to be a side chick. Interestingly, this is my most popular video on YouTube, and it's not like, how can I say? It's not like one of my videos that I'm most proud of. It was a time when I started doing YouTube and I was trying to follow the trends. And this is one of the reasons why I stopped following trends, because in some sense I felt that I'd be just sort of following hot topics that could kind of diminish my integrity as a therapist. But I also knew I was in this bind, which is that those types of topics do get more views, and I wanted to grow my channel. So it's a bit of a tricky one. However, the reality is there are many side chicks out there. Today's Valentine's Day, and we know that, some women will not be prioritized today. Some people will not be prioritized today based on their status, based on the fact that some people are in marriages or relationships and they have an additional extracurricular affairs. The reality of life is that this having affairs has happened throughout history, and it will continue to happen. It's a natural fact. And actually, when people slate me in the video, the most recent comment was, this is very upsetting. Why would you encourage a woman to be involved with a man who lies? Another comment says we are an embarrassment to our race. So like the comments, the feedback are, there's a lot of rage, a lot of anger around that. And actually, if individuals listen to the entire video, while I talk about how to be a side chick, I also demonstrate that actually you may well, choose to be in such a situation, but they're always going to become the pinch points. And pinch points can often turn into punch points, situations that hurt and devastate a lot. And also, in addition, in forbidden relationship, there is a high intensity because of the fact that it shouldn't be happening. And I think that is something to be particularly aware of. So whilst it's something that I'm not overtly advocating that that's an ideal situation to be in, I think it's important that I, as a psychotherapist, as someone who sees people, supports people who are going through a variety of life challenges and a variety of taboo subjects, that I do address that matter, and I do address the matter, and I talk about the downsides. So, the reality is, as someone who is encouraging people, trying to get people to wake up, to take responsibility for ourselves, because no one else is gonna run. If we wait on them, they could literally, they can, if we wait for other people to rescue, put it this way, the cavalry is not coming. You have to save yourself. And so, whilst I would love some of my more potent topics that touch on self-responsibility, boundaries, why I would love those videos to be ranking higher, the reality is that they're not. And actually, it's those kinds of topics, such as being a side chick, that actually get people to click. And so what I decided moving forward on my YouTube channel was that I would just do topics that speak to me. And I gave up trying to grow it. I gave up trying to grow it because I felt like I'd continuously have to be doing topics that didn't always sit with my integrity. So after that, my next popular video is about Ant and his drink driving tactics. So such is life. I will never delete any of my videos on YouTube, because they also document my journey and my growth as a psychotherapist. And, whilst people criticize, I also, obviously, people come to me and feel safe to talk to me about what they're going through. And so I can help them, as long as they're open and available to being helped, to work through their situation, why they may settle for less, do they have an inferiority complex? Where does the inferiority complex come from? What fed it and what still feeds it now? That then is a really important, profound debate to have, because who really wants to settle for less? It's not ideal. But that may also be about how our sense of worthiness, our sense of self-love, and our sense of self-regard. So whilst I might be talking about that topic, being how to be a side chick, fundamentally underneath that, there is much wisdom in my sentiments, because it creates a space for debate. So if you find yourself in situations where you're not getting what you want, you're not getting what you deserve, and you want better for yourself, then why not go to my bio, schedule a fact-finding call. It's Valentine's Day today, and we know that can get hectic. Plus, we know that there's always the blues after if someone's let you down or they didn't come through or they didn't, you didn't get your 2 blue ticks or they just emerge a few weeks later on. We know that also affects our well-being. And if you're tired of being tired and you want something different, schedule a call with your girl Key, or do consider coming to my Feel Loved workshop. My next one is, well, I've got one on the 15th of February, but then they'll be there. The next one will be in May. Why not join us? Like, take responsibility for your good, loving self so that we can be more mindful about who we love, because when we love, we are ultimately vulnerable. And if you don't dig you're not vulnerable, well, that's your business. But remember to protect yourself. If you're going out there, if you're giving up the goodies, remember you got to put a condom on that, or whatever practices you need to keep yourself safe, because we have to be the guardians of our life. We have to take responsibility for ourselves. So if you never knew, your girl Key got a YouTube channel. Go and find me at Key for Change. Remember, do take care of you, because if you don't, no one will.